Hello everyone, my name is Sunil Yadav. I'm going to talk about in this lecture is what is memory safety and what is function in Rust programming language. So last previous lecture we did talk about scope. So let's create a one new project here. Okay, so what I'm going to do there is file new project. Right, I'm going to use a binary project, and if we have selected here Rust, let's move here. I'm going to say functions. Right. Okay, and I'm going to finish it. So now this is is completed. Let's try to create a let's first talk about what is the memory safety in Rust. So Rust guaranteed memory safety at compile time. Okay, that means we first we need to initialize the value of the variable, then use it. Okay, so otherwise is compiler going to give us error at compile time. So we can say let a colon 32. Okay, I'm just declaring the variable a30 I32 I need to put. Okay, and then we need to say println. All right, I'm going to say print this value. Okay, and try to use it. So now if we try to run it, or you can run through the cargo run or through the here itself. So we can see, right, use of possibly uninitialized. So now compiler giving the error, right, borrow of possibility uninitialized variable of a. So we are not initialize the value of a, but we are using it borrow of possible uninitialized variable a. So we have to must initialize it, then use it. So this is first issue. Let's try to initialize it, means let's try some conditional operator. So we are saying true, right, and we can say initialize a equal to 6, right, any value. And if we try to use it again, so because we are we are getting the true condition and we are trying to initialize it, let's see what is happening here is. So if we run it, we are getting the same error, right, no difference. Why? Because we are saying a conditional operator true. Compiler don't know if condition is going to true or not, because this is not something is guaranteed it. But if we put right else part, else condition, so we can say a is equal to 7 or 9 whatever, and try to run it, then here we are getting the value, because else part is going to execute in any case. So the compiler know, right, else we here we have initialized that is going to guarantee to run it. So that's where, right, we need to initialize first a variable, so that we don't have any issue, right, memory safety issue. Okay, so this is I wanted to talk to you. Let's talk about the function, how function is we can declare in or create in in Rust programming language. So I already opened one official site. Before that, I wanted to just share you something. Like function are declared using the fn keyword, like fun keyword, right? Just shortcut we are using fn, right? And its argument are type annotated. We must need to give the type, what type we have, just like variables. And if the function returns a value, the return type must be specified after an arrow. Okay, the final expression in the function will be used as a return value. So for if you are returning something in last statement, then you need to say return or put semicolon. Alternatively, the return statement can be used to return a value earlier from within the function, even the from inside loop or if statement. So if you see, right, we have so many things here how we can use those things. Like if you are returning white type, then just put a white. Okay, let's try to understand here. So if we want to create a just two method, that we can say sum, that is going to take two variable like x, that is I, two parameter basically, I32. Okay, and we can say y, that is going to be I32. Okay, and that is returning, so we need to put return type is through the arrow, right, and return something. I can say x plus y, right. Okay, so okay, arrow, yeah, sorry, if you see, right, I am putting here is x plus y, so I need to initialize what is the return type basically. So we need to say I32. Okay, So now we are good here, right? Because we are returning I32, we need to initialize if return is something. So if we want to we can say write this statement like a return x plus y semicolon return, right? So we can put here is return x plus y, or we don't need to put return if you are using last statement, right? So if we try to run it and print it, so we can say println, like we need to just return the value and we need to pass the variable here sum. We need to pass 3,4, right? And try to run it. So now see if it's working perfectly fine, right? So this is the way we can declare the function, right? Suppose if this function is not returning, just we are now printing, here is println, right? I'm printing, just printing the value the way we have here. So what can we do here is, let's print it, right? And just we need to put the value x plus y, okay? And here now we are getting the error. What is error is like mismatch error. So here we are not returning, right? So we can remove this part. We can say void return type, correct? Or we can we just call it, because this is method is not returning anything, we need to move out through, just call the function itself, it's only. Now if we run it, so we are not returning anything, just we are printing in the method itself. So now it's working fine. One more thing we can improve, if we are returning nothing, right? So we can also omit this part as well. So if we try to run it, we also you see it's working fine. So this way, right, we can do the function, like a function call and declare the function, right? So that thing I wanted to cover in this section. So I have covered mostly how the memory safety work, how we can declare the variable scope, and how we can create the function. So yeah, next lecture I will talk about what is the module system in Rust. So thank you so much for your time. Please subscribe my channel and share your feedback.